Well, good morning, Antioch friends. Listen, Facebook friends, I should say, not just Antioch friends. I am down here at Urban Blend this morning, taking care of a few things at the church, getting ready for tomorrow. I'm going to be beginning my new series of messages on the book of Ephesians, or continuing, I should say, with my new series of messages on the book of Ephesians. I'm going to be talking about the interplay between God's sovereignty and our human responsibility. What does it mean when it says that we are predestined in the book of Ephesians? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about what that means about our free will. I believe strongly that the entirety of Scripture, from Genesis all the way through to Revelation, shows that human beings are accountable for their actions. And in order for us to be accountable, then that has to be grounded in free will. But as I walked in the door today, I just wanted to give you a glimpse of what's coming with our new, renovated, relaunched Urban Blend coffee shop, our Antioch Church Urban Blend coffee shop here in the heart of our lobby. Pastor Simon Dunn and his team have worked so hard getting ready for this, and I want to give you a little peek. We've been doing some remodeling here, they have, and it is so beautiful. We're going to be opening here in the next couple of days. Just look at this over my shoulder. I tell you, it's just really, really something. And in just a moment, you'll see the lobby area that I'm especially happy about. We've worked really hard rearranging some things to kind of get a better place for us, a better feel for people to come in and linger and study and do other things. And so just walk down through here and give you a little feel for what the Urban Blend is going to look like when it reopens here, Lord willing, on Monday. So just got a lot of exciting things going on. Now take a look at this. This is what I'm most excited about. This is our new configuration of our lobby area. And actually, I guess I should have turned the lights on here. I'm sorry I didn't do that. We have so much daylight that comes in through these beautiful windows out front that sometimes I forget to turn the lights on. But we'll get them up and going now, and they'll turn on in just a moment. So anyway, this is our new configuration for our lobby. Take a look at this. I especially love what's back down here, this new kind of living room feel. It's going to be a great place for people to have a cup of coffee and to read and so forth, and to be able to have small meetings and things like that. Pastor Simon and his team, his mom and dad and others have worked so hard in putting all this together. And I'm just really, really happy for what that means for our Urban Blend coffee kiosk going forward. From the time we first saw this building, we have always felt like this was a great place and a great space. And it's been used, and we've had coffee kiosk going. We're so thankful for Jason Klontz and his wife Shelley, who launched this, and for Luis and Catherine Cardoso, who continued it on, and now for Pastor Simon Dunn and his team that are taking over the management of this space for us. It's our Antioch Church Urban Blend coffee kiosk. It belongs to the church, but we're so thankful for the new operators that we have, the team that Pastor Simon has assembled together. The Klontz moved out west, and Luis and Catherine moved down to the great state of Florida, and now we have a new team in place and took advantage of this to kind of work on the space a little bit. It's interesting, you know, we had furniture down in our basement that we had from when we had sold our former campus. We were able to pull some of that out, and without investing a lot of money, just a lot of elbow grease and sweat equity, as we say, be able to completely reconfigure this space. So I'm going to settle in here. I have some things I need to do today to get ready for tomorrow, and I had a little mentoring session set up this morning with some people in Pakistan via Skype, and we'll be headed off soon to the Iran region myself to train and minister to some church leaders. And so, as always, we covet your prayers. God is doing wonderful things here at Antioch. It's the best season that we've had since we moved in the building. Very soon, we're going to celebrate our 3rd anniversary. And I'll tell you, it's exciting to see what God has done. Sometimes when I walk through this beautiful space and I walk down the streets of our city, and as you can see over my shoulder, we are right here The trains are right outside our door. Sometimes I tell people our church is right on the train platform. They say, "Oh, you're close to the train platform." I say, "No, when the trains open up, they're about 15 or 20 feet from our building," and people look at me like I'm making that up. And then when they come to see us, they say, "Boy, that's true." So you can see we have frontage on half of the train platform, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful thing. So excited about what God is doing. And here's the good news. You know, when I was a kid, my mom used to sing a little song that said, "It is no secret what God can do. What he's done for others, he'll do for you." And so when you see and hear the testimony of what God has done here at Antioch Church, in his faithfulness and in his grace and in his goodness and his strength, just remember that everything God has done for us, faithfulness that he's shown us, the provision that he's shown us, the blessings that he's pouring out upon us, all of those things are things that he has also promised to do for you. He cares just as much about his plan for your life as he does his plan for my life, Teresa's life, our team's lives, for Antioch Church as a ministry. So dare to believe him for something that is exceeding abundantly, far above all that you could ask or think. I remember when I began to pray for this space, when I began to pray that God would open a door for us downtown after some really difficult years in our former location, where we faced enormous challenges, and on a human level would have wondered if there was any chance of survival even. I remember as we were praying and asking God to open a door for us downtown, to be quite honest with you, all I had the faith to do was to believe God that we would be within 3 blocks of a DART station. And then when we looked and looked and looked and we could not find any property downtown, it's extremely expensive down here. They don't price it by the acre, they price it by the square foot. And when we looked and looked and couldn't find anything, at times my faith would grow weak and I would say, "Lord, okay, not more than 5 blocks from a DART station. Please, Lord, put us within 5 blocks of a station." And as Paul says, God has done exceeding abundantly, far above all that we could ask or think. I'm so thankful. He put us right on the station, gave us an entire city block. And as I often remind our people, one of the greatest miracles of all is that we are about 90% debt-free, and that not one penny of our tithe and offering goes to pay for bricks and mortar. Not one penny goes to pay for a mortgage payment, utility bill, insurance, anything like that on the building. It all goes straight into people. That's what enabled us last year, in spite of some financial challenges in terms of our budget, several factors, including the shootings on our campus and at El Centro last year. That's what enabled us, even though our income was down about $200,000 for the year, it enabled us to still give about 16% of our income away. And that's because we own the whole block and we have parking lots that bring us in revenue. We are just so very, very, very thankful. This is what the Lord has done. Look at what the Lord has done. I know I'm going on and on today, but my heart is full just in a fresh way this morning. And I want to encourage you, as I said just now, that what God has done for us, he will do for you. He wants to do exceeding abundantly, far above all that you could ask or think. So trust him, reach out to him. Not long ago, a group of pastors came and church leaders, and they asked me, they said, "Tell me your secret. How were you able to do this, to lead your church body after so many really difficult years into such a major relocation and have such momentum in the ministry and an incredible space and all of that?" And I always tell people the same thing. I say that it really comes down to 2 things. That is that I pray, as I'm sure you do. I pray and I obey, as I'm sure you do. And if you'll do that, if you'll walk with God and get his dream, his vision, not your dream, your vision, but his dream, his vision, if you'll walk with him and you'll pray and you'll be faithful to him. And that means sometimes you have to forgive people that make life difficult. You have to be able to move beyond problems when they come. Move beyond the disappointments that you may have and the unfair things that you experience. And if you'll do that, God is incredibly, incredibly redemptive. And if you don't believe that, just look over my shoulder again at what God has done here in the heart of downtown Dallas. Teresa and I love you. We thank God for your friendship. especially Antioch Church. We thank God for the privilege of serving you. Tomorrow's going to be a great, great, great day in the Lord. We'll see you tomorrow on the Lord's Day.